Hello, and warm welcome to you all in our studios in Kanifing. This is Gttv News Bulletin, and I am Aisatukulim. In our headlines tonight, officials of the Gambia Turkish Business Council have discussed with President Barrow ways to expand trade between the two countries. More revelations continue to unfold at the ongoing local government commission inquiry. The latest witness to be on the hot seat was Momodu Joga, who served as the CEO of Brikama Area Council. In internationals, Bangladesh has opened an investigation against the country's ex-prime minister, Sheikh Hasina, over the police killing of a man during civil unrest. She fled the country amid a tense protest. These and many more stories coming shortly after this short commercial break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. In case you're just tuning in, this is Gttv News Bulletin with me, Aisatukulim. We begin at the presidency, where His Excellency President Adama Barrow last Friday received in his office officials of the Gambia Turkish Business Council. The council officials' meeting with the president was centered around paving ways to strengthen and expand trade between the Gambia and Turkey. More on this report. The Gambian President Adama Barrow on Friday received in his office at the State House in Banjul members of the Gambia Turkish Business Council, established more than 15 years ago. The council's meeting with President Barrow was aimed to strengthen and expand trade between the Gambia and Turkey. Speaking to the media after a closed-door meeting with President Adama Barrow, Fatou Senghor, the chair of Gambia Turkish Business Council, gave a detailed account of their meeting with the Gambian leader.
Because we have partners in Turkey, about 500 members called TASIP. The group is called TASIP members, TASIP group. So also we want to have the same number of members as TASIP group in Gambia, so that we can, because they are all investors. So we want to try, and the power of the president, to help us, guide us, so that we can try to bring them in Gambia also to invest in the Gambia, because we need investors in Gambia. We really need them to come. Not always we go and import furniture, import, other stuff. We have it here.
Alhaji Charno Jallo, a representative from the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry and member of the council who spoke in Wolof language, said they are working on an initiative that will allow foreign investors from Turkey to come to the Gambia and also aim to create employment within the youth sector. Another member of the council, Ali Haidara, highlighted the importance of the council in fostering the relationship between the two countries, adding that they are working on how Gambia can also import products from the Gambia to Turkey or any other country.
Investors from Turkey to come and open factories here that can create employment, and those companies, when they open factories here, they will be paying tax that is going to add a lot of value to our economy. And not only that, we're also looking of ways of how we can import products from the Gambia to Turkey, because it's kind of like one way right now. We are importing more from Turkey. So if we try to also produce something in the Gambia and also export, not only to Turkey, but other countries, it is going to help us in terms of foreign currency, in terms of creating employment.
For his part, President Adama Barrow assured the members of the council of his government support and commitment in addressing the challenges faced and in fostering cooperation for economic growth. Aisatukulim, Gambian Talents TV News. On Tuesday, Dr. Momodu Lamin Taro, the Chief Executive Officer of the National Accreditation and Quality Assurance Authority, paid a courtesy visit to Gambian Talents Promotion. NACA's boss visit was aimed to receive first-hand information of the work of the institution. More on this report.
The epic visit of Dr. Mahmoud Lamin Taro and his team was part of his official tour to institutions under his office. He was welcomed by staff and interns of Gambian Talents Promotion. He was taken on a tour around the office of Gambian Talents Promotion, where he interacted with both staff and interns of the institution. After the official tour, Dr. Taro expressed his impression about the work of the institution. He applauded GTP and its management for their outstanding work offered to the young people of the Gambia, while offering his commitment to work with the institution for its growth.
The narrations of the interns, the staff, it is quite reassuring that there is indeed talent in this country. You know, what you are doing is highly welcome. And NACA, as an institution responsible for quality assurance, accreditation, and registration, will give all its fullest support, all right, to make sure that the students who are, studying here, those who are receiving training, apprenticeship, are supported to the highest level. Thank you once again. You can always call on us at NACA for any guidance, and we are ready to provide so for your esteemed organization. Thank you very much.
Equally, some staff and interns shared their experience and how the institution helped them improve on their personal and professional skills.
Dividend because we don't have any experienced person who can show us the way. Yeah. So we always depend on Mr. and he's not around, he's in America. So he was doing most of the training online, on video calls. So that is how we learned. And then later on we started to see some professionals coming here to show us, to share their experience. To share their experience with us. So that is how we learn.
The training, which is mostly provided to backward returnees, school dropouts, high school graduates, and students of madrasas, University of the Gambia, and other tertiary institutions who are interested in pursuing a career in multimedia. As the name implies, Gambian Talents Promotion is here to tap, nurture, and promote Gambian talents and culture, especially the youth. Since the establishment of Gambian Talents 7 years ago, we have trained and mentored over 600 young people in the above fields at no cost to them. Some of these young people are now employed and working with institutions like GRTS, Qtv, Paradise TV, iAfrica TV, while others are being retained by Gambian Talents. In 2018, shortly after opening an office in the Gambia, GTP started offering training to underprivileged youth of the Gambia who are interested to pursue a career in multimedia-related fields such as journalism, videography, graphic design, marketing, public speaking, and web design. Reporting for Gttv, I am Lamilem Sisi.
Well, interesting moments continue to unfold at the Local Government Commission of Inquiry since its establishment in 2023. The inquiry is launched to investigate all local government councils and connected matters. But its inquiry has so far unearthed some shocking revelations of millions. The latest shocking revelation of the inquiry showed the Brikama Area Council paid more than $1 million for a trip of its officials to Dakar. However, the revelation couldn't hold waters for the Commission of Inquiry, whose councils dig deeper to unearth the truth from the witness linked to the expenditure of this huge amount of money. Well, to find out, our reporter Fune Jallo gathered this information from the Commission's session and now tells us more.
In a dramatic unfolding moments but serious implications, which showed the former CEO of Brikama Area Council, Momodu Jonga, found himself on the hot seat of the Local Government Commission of Inquiry. The commission was established to investigate the financial and administrative operations of the local government councils to enhance transparency and accountability. During his testimony, he was questioned about the mysterious transaction he signed on both vouchers and authorized 2 payments to be made for 1 trip. According to the commission, the ex-CEO Jonga was handed 2 vouchers dated 13 October 2021 and 31st January 2021. The lead counsel asked him to provide an explanation to the commission, noted that the payment was made in January and in October of the same year, a voucher was raised for the same trip. The commission noted that the payment was made in January 2021 for the Dakar trip and in October 2021 another payment was made for the same trip. In some instances, the witness said the contracts committee of the BAC had accepted to extend the contracts based on the reasons put up by the contractors. When asked if the box bar road completed, the witness said the contractor until now could not fulfill the contractual obligation and the road is still not complete. The witness said the BAC paid 1.7 million out of 3 million to the contractor. He was asked for the status report and related documents for the project. He asked for time to find out. Funejalo reports.
Away from that, the leadership of the Pharmaceutical Association of the Gambia were at the State House to meet President Barrow. The association's meeting with the president was meant to discuss challenges on the import and sale of good quality medicines in the country and looking for ways to address challenges in importing quality medicines. More on this report. The Pharmaceutical Association of the Gambia is the umbrella body of medicines importers in the country. On Wednesday, paid a courtesy call to His Excellency President Adama Barrow at the State House in Banjul. The meeting with the president was meant to discuss challenges on the import and sale of good quality medicines in the country and ways to address challenges in importing quality medicines. Speaking to the media after a closed-door meeting with President Adama Barrow, the public relations officer of the association, Mahawan Jai, gave a detailed account of their meeting with the Gambian leader.
Gambia Pharmaceutical Association. A group of importers today gathered here to meet the president to discuss some of the challenges that we are facing as importers with the regulations from the Medicine Control Agency, some of which we shared with him, and then he engaged, of course, his technicians, and we are to have another meeting with the Honorable Minister to get to a reasonable conclusion as to how to find a way forward regarding these difficulties that we are facing as importers. Some of the challenges that we face are having the name and address of the manufacturer of the pharmaceutical products that we import into the country, which is indeed a challenge, and also the provision of pharmaceutical product, provision of sample for pharmaceutical products that are to be imported into the country. It is also a challenge that we cannot meet. And also the translation of the packaging of pharmaceuticals that are imported into the country into English, which is also a challenge that we discussed with him. And we explained how challenging it is for us to have this done as importers. And we believe there will be a reasonable conclusion that is going to be of good benefit to all the importers and also to the Gambian population at large.
Mariama Sima, the Director of Evaluation and Registration at the Medicine Control Agency, said MCA will ensure that quality and efficacy of medicines coming into the country are of high quality, affordable, and accessible to the general public.
So whatever we are doing, we will make sure that we abide by the rules and regulations of the country. This is to ensure the safety, the quality and efficacy of medicines that are coming into the Gambia for our population to use. So we abide by those regulations as a regulatory agency, and we partner with stakeholders who are importing those medicines into the Gambia. We're here to support each other to make sure Gambians get quality medicines in affordable prices and they are easily accessible.
Reporting for Gttv News, Aisha Tukuli. Now, the Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Professor Pergamus, has been praised for an exceptional work in office for transforming the higher learning level in the country. Since his appointment, Professor Gomez continues to transform some of the tertiary learning institutions into universities. But the latest development he champions is inclusion of the madrasa or Arabic learning institutions. He announced the introduction of a new scholarship scheme, which he said will be based on merit. Let's hear what the minister had to say.
What we're going to do, the first phase is to start at least come September, God willing. 1st of September, the call will be out for scholarships. So we're going to sponsor at least 100 Gambians in the madrasa. Okay? But then later, we will have to roll out the second phase. We'll have to see now how to include TVET in the madrasa, so that you will have somebody doing Islamic studies or Arabic and so on, but being an engineer or being a technician in some other disciplines, for instance, like automotive, okay, or being a tailor, or being in agriculture. So these are some of the things that we're working. Then now you will now see development unfolding, because at that time everybody is busy working, but highly skilled, well-trained, youthful population.
Well, still with local news stories, in a development, the Gambia Immigration Department has deported nearly 59 foreign nationals after a court of law found them guilty of breaking the immigration laws of the country. This comes after the Gambia Immigration Department launched a new operation dubbed Immigration Enforcement that seeks to curb irregular migration and further regulate matters connected to entry, residence, and establishment in the Gambia in accordance with the laws of the land. Weeks ago, 33 other West African foreigners were deported for committing similar offenses. The department said in a statement that the deported individuals, who are all male, have been recently prosecuted and convicted for immigration offenses punishable under Section 31 of the Immigration Act. The GID reaffirms its commitment to ensuring a safe and tolerant Gambian society for all. The Gambia Immigration Department urged citizens and residents to be responsible and law-abiding at all times, that it is stated. Well, from that story by the Immigration Department, will take us to our first commercial break. When we come back, we'll look at news beyond our borders. Stay tuned. Welcome back. In case you're just tuning in, this is Gttv News. Now to internationals. Now Tanzania, where the country's main opposition Chadema party leader, Freeman Mbowe, and his deputy, Tundu Lissu, have been released on bail after they were denied ahead of a youth rally. About 520 people were arrested in a nationwide crackdown to prevent Chadema from holding a parade through the southwest town of Mayang on Monday. Police said some of them remain in custody as they had failed to meet the requirement for bail. Our Modulami Job reports.
Ms. Hasina resigned and fled the country earlier this month, fleeing to neighboring India as calls grew for her to stand down. More than 400 people were killed in weeks of students' demonstrations culminated in the demands against Ms. Hasina. Many of them were shot by the police on her orders. Businessman Amir Hamza applied to bring the murder case in July after a local grocer Abu Said was shot in the head while crossing the road. He told the court that on 19th July, students were holding a peaceful protest, alleging police had fired indiscriminately on the crowd, according to BBC Bangla. Mr. Hamza said he was not related to Mr. Said but approached the court because the grocer's family did not have the finances to file the case. Magistrate Rajesh Chaudhry ordered the police to investigate the case, the first to be brought against Ms. Hasina since the protest started. The former Transport and Bridges Minister, Obaidul Qadar, is among those being investigated. Ms. Hasina's government, which was in power for 15 years, was accused of widespread human rights violations and dogged by allegations of rampant corruption. The students' protest began in early July, starting out as peaceful demands to scrap quotas in civil service jobs before transforming into a wider movement which toppled the government. Ms. Hasina urged police to clamp down hard on protesters, referring to them as not students but terrorists who are out to destabilize the nation. The recent formed new government contains many of the protesters and in helm of the Nobel Peace laureate Mohammed Yunus. Ms. Hasina will return to the country when elections are declared, her son Sajib Wazed Joy has said. Reporting for Gttv, I am Modlamin Job.
A murder investigation has been opened into Bangladesh ex-Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina over the police killing of a man during civil unrest. 6 other top figures in the previous government were also being investigated following weeks of deadly unrest in the capital, Dhaka. Mamoon Mia, a lawyer who brought the case on behalf of a private citizen, said the court in Dhaka had ordered police to accept the murder case against the accused persons. This is the first step in a criminal investigation under Bangladesh law. Amadou Lamijop again.
The arrest raised fears that Tanzania was returning to the repressive rule of late President John Magufuli, despite his successor Samia Hassan lifting a ban on opposition gatherings and promising to restore competitive politics. Police banned the Chadema rally, saying it was intended to cause violence. They cited the party's rallying call for people to come out together, like the youth in Kenya, apparently referring to the weeks of deadly anti-government demonstrations in the neighboring East African country. Chadema's youth wing said it had expected 10,000 people to attend the rally under the slogan, "Take charge of your future." On Tuesday, the party posted on X, formerly Twitter, that its offices in Mbembaya were surrounded by the police and they are not allowing people to enter. Chadema spokesman John Marema confirmed the release of several party leaders, including Mr. Mbo and Mr. Lisu, but said that several others remained in detention. However, police said that all the top Chadema leaders who were arrested after interrogation and other procedures have been returned to where they came from. Chadema said Mr. Lisu was arrested on Sunday and Mr. Mbo on Monday when he arrived at Mbeya's airport to bail out the party chairman and 2 other officials, including the leader of the party's youth wing, John Pambalo. Mr. Lisu, who survived an assassination attempt in 2017 after being shot 16 times, returned to Tanzania in 2023 after 2 years in exile in Belgium. President Samia, who came to power following Mr. Magufuli's sudden death in 2021, was praised for moving away from many of her predecessor's policies. But in the wake of the arrest, some opposition politicians have criticized her, questioning her commitment to political reconciliation. Tanzania is due to hold presidential and parliamentary polls late next year. Reporting for Gttv News, I am Modlamin Job.
Well, viewers, that story from Modlamin Job draws the curtains for this news bulletin. But before we take a leave of you, here are our main stories once again. Officials of the Gambia Turkish Business Council have discussed with President Barrow ways to expand trade between the 2 countries. More revelations continue to unfold at the ongoing local government commission inquiry. The latest witness to be on the hot seat was Momodu Joga, who served as the CEO of Brikama Area Council. In internationals, Bangladesh has opened an investigation against the country's ex-prime minister, Sheikh Hasina, over the police killing of a man during civil unrest. Well, that's it from us in our studios in Kanifing, and I have been your presenter in this news bulletin. My name is Aissatou. From me and our production team, do have a pleasant evening. Goodbye.